It's Ryan Tillett. I am here to tell you all a little bit about myself. So first off, any mothers in the house? Any mothers? Any mothers in the house? Or parents?
I'm a mother.
Anybody got like new children? Anybody got like 2, 3 year olds? Anyone? No? You know what I really hate? I hate it whenever people talk about like, oh yeah, my child is 36 months old, you know? My child is 24 months old. I can't stand it. It's like the kid is 3, alright? It's 2. So I've been telling those people, I'm 395 months old. You know, figure that shit out. Alright? Figure it out. Talking about, being old. Like, I feel like I'm a boomer, you know what I'm saying? Because I get mad at like the things that the kids are doing today. You know? Like, they're trying to ban clapping now. They're trying to ban clapping. You know, the whole like, woo, clapping. You know? They're trying to ban it for spirit fingers. You know, because it might trigger somebody. You don't want to trigger anybody. You know, that's what America has become, is spirit fingers. I remember when America used to be like, America, fuck yeah! Now it's like, America, fuck yeah. Like, that's America now. It's horrible. And this is why I love Trump. This is why I'm a Trump supporter, you know? That's my guy, old DT there. But the thing is being a Trump supporter, it's kind of hard because I always get mistaken for Obama. You know, I always have people calling me Obama. And it's like, you look like Obama, you talk like Obama. I'm like, yeah, but I like Trump. And Obama was kind of a dick. You know? But I started thinking about it, like, could you imagine a boxing match, like the pre-boxing match between Obama and Trump? And everybody knows that Trump's going to start because he's an instigator. He's going to come up and be like,
hey, so I know that everybody has heard about this Obama guy, you know? Obama cares. He has this thing, Obama cares. You know what? I hope Obama cares about these hands.
All of a sudden Obama comes up to the podium, just like, alright. So I hear about this man-child that's been talking smack about me, talking my name out of context. He talks about his hands, you know, what, his little Burger King hands. Trump comes back,
Okay, so a little birdie tweeted me the other day. Then Obama wants to come back at me. Obama wants to talk smack about the Don. You know what, Obama? I'm going to build a wall. And when I build that wall, I want you to meet me at that wall. And you better bring your documents, Mr. Obama, if that is your real name. And if you don't, you're going right over that wall.
Obama comes back. It's like, okay, alright. Little DT wants to talk some trash. I got you. Look here, America. Now, I'm going to meet Donald at the wall. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this piece of trash. I'm going to put him right through that wall. And I'm going to do that for you, America. And that's a promise to the American people. You know, that's how I imagine it. It's just going to be, just nice, elegant, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk about, like, the travesties we have going on in this country, you know? Like, I've been hearing a lot of news about, like, teachers that have sex with children. Or not sex with children per se, but like your high school kids, you know? Like the teachers have sex with like the kid who's on like the varsity football team and shit like that, and they're like hot teachers. I'm like, dude, like, if that was me, I wouldn't say shit to nobody. Like, if I was fucking the hot teacher in class, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, Ryan, why the hell are you getting all A's? You ain't never in class. Like, don't fucking worry about it, Kyle. Alright? Mind your own fucking business. You know what I'm saying? But, speaking of sex and teachers, let's talk about trainers for a while. You know, I can't stand the pronouns that we have going on these days, the she's and he's, thems and theys and all that shit. But I coined a term called them and them's. Now them and M's comes from when you get a little too deep on Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? Get a little too deep. It's like the dark web. You know, you get a little too deep on Pornhub, start seeing things you shouldn't see. You know, man, we get kind of bored with regular sex, so start to delve into things. And you know, I coined the term M&Ms because when Eminem came out, everybody was like, "Oh, look at this white boy trying to rap. This white boy trying to be a rapper." And then they listened to his music, and they was like, "Well, shit. Well, maybe." And you know, I was always the person who was like, look at these men trying to be women. All these men trying to be women. And then I got a little too deep on Pornhub. Got a little too deep. And after about like 10, 20, maybe 100 videos, I was just like, these men trying to be women? And I was just like, well, shit. I don't know. Well, maybe. I don't know. Is this me? Just me? Okay. It might just be me. But I tried to be gay once. I tried to be gay. I can't talk too much shit. You know, I tried to be gay once, but it just wasn't for me. You know, it wasn't like my thing. You know, like I had a guy go down on me once, and it was the weirdest fucking thing in the world. It's like a brush, just it's like a wet brush just going up and down my dick. Like, Jesus, what's going on, man? Just the whiskers, just fill them all. It's just the weirdest shit in the world. Then he got up. He's like, "Do you want to try it?" And I'm like, hell, why not? And I'm like just sitting there with a penis in my hand, just sitting there looking at a penis. And if you've never seen another person's penis in your hand before, I'm telling you, it's not the greatest thing to see. You know, I mean, you have your own penis in your hand every now and then, and that's nice. You know, it's nice feeling. But when you have somebody else's penis in your hand, you know, just looking at it, you know. I just have to make up excuses like, man, I didn't brush my teeth today. I might get tartar on your dick. I don't know. I just don't, you know, it's not a good day for me. It's not a good day. It's not, you know, I usually go down on man on Tuesdays, and it's a Wednesday, and it's just, you know, a hump day, you know. I don't know. You know, just made up excuses. Just, I don't know, guys. But honestly, girls, I can understand it. Like, when I tried to be gay, I downloaded the app Grindr. Anybody ever heard of Grindr? So I've never sent a dick pic in my life. But when I downloaded the app Grindr and put my profile up, I was shot with like a fucking AR with fucking dick pics. It was just like, tick, 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 tick. Oh, Jesus Christ. It scarred me for a little bit. I understand women now. Like, guys, stop with the dick pics. Stop with the dick pics. Like, sometimes I just want to talk about hiking, maybe sitting on the beach for a while. Like, it's too many dicks. Too many dicks. I don't know. Sorry, guys. But, I don't know. I guess I'll go from dicks to Jews. Any Jews in the house tonight? Any Jewish people? We got two. I know one's outside. But so this is just a thought of mine, and it's been a thought of mine for a while, and it's just something I was just putting together. Like, what if? Okay, Jews. Look, I'm gonna say this first. Like, I love Jews. I'm glad you guys are here. I have Jewish friends. But what if, like, Hitler was actually right and the world kind of fucked up? Like, think about it. Like, if you really think about it, like, everybody talks about how Jews are evil. You got the Rothschilds, you got the Rockefellers, you know, J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, you know, all that shit. And what if Hitler was a time traveler and he just knew the Jews were going to take over the world someday, they were going to control everything, and he's just trying to get back and kill them all before it happened. Like, he only had to do that because he didn't know what families the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers were from when he got back there. Like, it kind of fucked up his plan. He went back to go kill the Jews, but he was like, where the fuck are they from? I don't know. We just got to kill all of them. When he was up there like, Iceland is Iceland, he was like, we need to kill all these motherfuckers they over the world. Like, I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jews. I love you guys. I love Jews. But I'm just saying that in like an alternate universe or a parallel, universe, if Jews weren't here, if it'd be like a better world. I don't know, I'm just saying. It's just a thought of mine. I'm sorry, Jews. I'm sorry. But, a lot of people ask me, like, why'd you get into comedy, Ryan? Why'd you get into comedy? And I tell them, like, you always want to have a good story. You always want to have something like, well, my father was attacked by comics when I was a young boy, and I got into comedy so I could infiltrate the comedian structure and, find his killers. But it's never anything like that. Everybody gets into comedy for the same reason. Everybody gets into comedy because they live, like, really tragic lives. You never get into comedy because you were happy. It's always because your life is just shit, But it's never too shit, It's never like you see anybody jump on stage and they're like, hey, my name is John, and, I just turned 18. I was released from the Epstein Islands, and, my life was kind of, had some things going, and I thought I'd just get up here and tell some jokes, I woke up one day and there was a dick on my forehead, and I was just like, hey, Mr. Clinton, what are you doing here? And, I don't know. It's just, things I'm working on. But, speaking of, tragedy, I found out that depression stems from, like, loneliness. And like, I'm a very lonely person. I actually think I might be becoming, like, a mass shooter because, like, I'm always up on the hills, like, balancing rocks. That's what I got into on the weekends when I'm not working and stuff. I get on hills and I balance rocks. Get on mountains and shit and balance rocks. Like, you always see pictures of balanced rocks, but you never see the person who does it. I'm just saying, they might be leading to something. I don't know. That just shows you when somebody's just really lonely. You know what I mean? They're just up on a hill for like 5 hours balancing rocks and shit. Like, I can do this. But, I don't know. But another thing is, it's like, with loneliness and depression, like, I'm homeless right now. And so, like, when it comes to being homeless, like, I'm a very clean homeless person. Like, I'm a different type of homeless person. I work, I take showers, I got a membership at the Y and everything like that. I do my laundry, but it's for this reason that other homeless people won't talk to me, right? Because they all think I'm some type of undercover homeless cop. Because when I come up, I'm like, hey man, you got some weed, but I'm too clean. They're just like, whoa bro, the fuck are you? They just don't trust me. But here's the fucked up thing. So I was actually talking to a cop. He was like, if you want a good space to like sleep where nobody's gonna mess with you, go sleep at the courtyard of the police station. So not thinking, I started sleeping at the courtyard of the police station in Tempe, right? So every day I wake up now, and I wake up with all my homeless shit on, and I come out of the courtyard of the police station in Tempe, and right across the street is the city hall of Tempe, and that's where all the homeless people sleep. So now they see my homeless ass coming out of the police yard, and they're like, this motherfucker really is an undercover homeless cop. I can't get weed from nobody. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like, if anybody knows what to do. But anyway, and actually speaking of homeless people, I feel like the future is coming. Like every time like a homeless person asks me for money, I'm just like, oh sorry bro, it's on my card. Sorry bro, I can't help you, it's on my card. I just can't wait for the first time to get like that homeless person sitting there, it's just like, you got some change on you, and you're like, it's on my card bro, and they're like, oh no, it's cool, I got an e-reader. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're, like, check and mate, right? What do you do now? Like, what do you do? You know? Well, I don't know. These are just thoughts. These are things I'm working on. Let's talk about people on cruiser bikes. You guys ever see people on cruiser bikes? The little cruisers, got the handlebars that come back here. You know, they come way too far up to your waist. It always looks like a person on a cruiser bike is just learning how to ride a bike for the first time. They just always look super nervous. Every time you see somebody on a cruiser bike, they're just like they just look super nervous, like they're gonna fall at any fucking time. And sometimes I just want to push them, just, give them a little hand. But I don't know. None of this shit's working. But let's keep it up. So, has anybody ever noticed that Hindi people look like black white people?
Yeah.
Anybody ever notice that? Like, I've worked a lot of security jobs in a lot of places like Wells Fargo and stuff like that, and they hire a lot of Hindi people. And like, I came to the conclusion that Hindi people can pass for blackface. Like, if you really wanted to, like they just look like white people that are black. I don't know. That's just me. Let's talk about some black stereotypes, though. You know, since we're talking about black people. You know, the thing I hate about black stereotypes is that black people give themselves the stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, like, black people hate it when everybody says, oh, you guys love chicken. Black people love chicken. Black people hate it. But a couple of years ago, there was a video that came out when Popeyes ran out of chicken. And it was like one of the most disgraceful videos I've ever seen in my life. So the news crew, this is an actual video. This is real life. You would think it was like an SNL skit, but it's real life. And the news crew goes across about 4 or 5 black families, and they're like, what are you going to do? Popeye's out of chicken. They're like, how am I going to feed my kids? How am I going to feed my kids? There ain't no chicken. They get to the one white guy at the end. They're like, sir, what are you going to do? Popeye's out of chicken. He was like, I don't know, maybe go home, grab my family some pizzas. You know, not a big deal. I'm just like, God damn it, black people. What's wrong with you guys? The fuck? You know, here's another thing. Like, black people get mad when everybody talks about, like, how much we look alike. Like, all black people look alike. And I used to get mad, too. But then, like, a week ago, I was at a job, and me and another black fellow was looking for another heavy-set, bald black guy. And we mistook about 3 other black guys for this black guy. We were like, oh, there he is. No, that's not him. No. Hey, bro. No, that's not him. I was just like, oh, shit, they're right. All black people look alike. Like, fuck. Shit. You know, and another thing about black people. This is this kind of black-white people thing. Has anybody ever noticed that, like, black people are safe spaces for white people that are too high around other white people?
No such thing.
Anybody ever notice that? Like, every time I'm at a place that I'm the only black guy there, and there's a dude who's just fucking tripping ass, he always comes to me like, hey, bro, can I have a hug? Like, what's going on? Just really fucking high. Oh, okay, I get it. You need a black guy for comfort. Come on, bring it in. You know, this is a true story. These are things that happen to me all the time. You know, last thing I'm gonna say, or not the last thing. I'll have one more after this. But so I was at the Tempe Museum, and I went to go learn some history about Tempe when I got here. And I learned that Tempe was basically like built on cotton, at first, And I went through this whole museum, and it talked about how like Chinese people and Japanese people came over and helped with agriculture, and they talked about how Mexicans came up and helped with agriculture and everything. And I didn't see anything about black people. I was just like, what's going on? It took me so long, and I found like one little thing about how black people helped pick some cotton. I'm just like, what the fuck, Tempe? I understand, you don't want to be like racist or anything, but we did something, okay? We helped, all right? You got to give us credit where it's due, okay? You know what I'm saying? But the last thing I'll end on, another thing that pisses me off about black stereotypes, black people, is like how black people are still mad at white people's ancestors for buying their ancestors from their own ancestors. Like, I'm getting kind of tired of it. Like, but you have to think about that because slaves were a currency back in the day, right? Slaves were a currency. So you had like your Chinese slaves, they were like a penny. You had your Irish slaves, they were like probably about a nickel. Your Israelites were like maybe about 10 cents. To a quarter, depending on, their weight. And then black people, I was like, we need to take a little more pride, because black people are like dollars. You know what I'm saying? Black people are like the top slave. Everybody wanted a black guy. It was like, oh shit, he can like bale hay by himself all day. It was like, we need the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine like a poker game between like slave owners? He's just like, hey Jethro, I'll raise you 30 Chineses.
He was like, oh boy, oh, I see you're Chinese, I'll raise you 5 niggers. And he was like, God damn it, Jethro, you play a hard game. You know? But anyway, I'm Ryan Tillett. Thank you guys. Nice boring you guys for a while.